Hello everyone and welcome back to our community. If you're new, I'm Jen. I talk about all things health, wellness, self-care while living in New York City. All right, today we are here for a big life update. This is super exciting for me. I'll just come out and say it. I quit the corporate 9-to-5 lifestyle. It feels like a breath of fresh air. This isn't just I quit everything, I'm doing nothing, and I'm trying to become a YouTuber. That's not what this is. So hang tight and we will talk about all things, how I'm going to financially handle not being in corporate America anymore, how my new schedule is going. We'll go into everything I'm doing now, but let's start with why I wasn't happy. You know, it's easy for me to say now that I don't believe in staying somewhere when you're not happy, really not happy, just because you feel like, you know, I have a degree, this is what I'm supposed to do, graduate college and try to climb up the corporate ladder. So, you know, I don't subscribe to the mentality of that's what work is. You know, you don't have to like work. Work is work. It's easy for me to say that on the other side now, but I have known that in my gut the entire time. It just took me a while to finally make a change. So I felt like all of my energy was being sucked up all day long by something that I wasn't necessarily wanting to give all of my time and energy to. So I really do and did love my job in PR, but when you work at a PR agency, you have to work on at least 4 clients at a time. So it's not guaranteed that you're gonna love every single client you're working on, and my passion is in workout classes. So I loved working on my workout class clients, but I'm working on 5+ clients, which means it's not just a 9-to-5, it's really more like an 8-to-8. And I would tell myself, you know, I'll edit my YouTube video at night after work. And then all of my energy to everything I do, I give 100%. Like I'm a people pleaser, I'm a hard worker, so I'm giving 100% of everything I do. But then there was nothing left for the things that I was really passionate about. So I would wait until nighttime to edit, and then I'd be so tired and not want to edit. And look, I refuse to subscribe to that method of like the only way to quote unquote make it or to, you know, have a successful side hustle is to work until 4 a.m., edit your YouTube video until 4 a.m., you know, eat, sleep, work, repeat, or not sleep, really. Like the whole idea that people say is in order to make your side hustle your full-time hustle is to just make sacrifices and work until 4 a.m. and wear yourself out. And I just won't do that. My message is all about self-care. So I was like, how can I do that and stay up editing all night or do all these things when I care about taking care of myself? Like I just refused to put my self-care to the side. So what fell through was what I cared most about, which was my YouTube channel, my podcast, which I'm sure you didn't even notice. But it was paining me because all of my energy was going towards one thing when my end goal was always to be able to do what I'm passionate about full time. So at the end of the day, I believe that you can sleep well, you can nurture yourself, you can enjoy quality time with friends and family, you can make your dreams come true, and, you know, build a fucking empire if you want to, all at the same time, as long as you do it right. And I just filmed a video on, I will link it up here and down below, on how to stay productive while avoiding burnout. And I think that's what's really helping me achieve this of like, let's make my side hustles and everything happen without sacrificing my sleep. But what it was sacrificing was my mental health because all of my energy was going to this full-time situation, and it got to a point where it was becoming louder and louder, the voice in my head. For months, it was like, I can't wait until one day I can, you know, do podcasts and YouTube full time. You know, I was sacrificing my Sundays, filming videos like this, and I could only record podcasts on Sundays because they took a full hour to record with guests. The voice just kept getting louder and louder in the back of my head, which was like, I can't wait till one day I make enough money on my side hustle where I can do that full time and I can record podcasts during the day. And interestingly enough, when I was younger, a few years ago, pre-pandemic for sure, wasn't happy, was thinking about going back to acting class, and I did. And not because I love acting, but just I wanted to be in that like creative environment again, running around the city. I just felt like I lost that part of me because I grew up as an actress and all of the things. So my mom asked me once, if you could do anything and money didn't matter, what would you do? And I said, I would just work at a workout studio, like front desk at SoulCycle or something, well, go into acting class, you know, doing YouTube, doing all my things, but money does matter, so I can't do that. Fast forward to now, never in a million years did I think that I would actually make that happen and make it make sense. I was financially very insecure, so it took me longer than it should have because I didn't know how to budget for this. I didn't know how to save up for this. I didn't know how to figure out what made sense, what didn't. I just didn't know what to do. So eventually my boyfriend was helping me figure out how much money would be coming in by taking the average of all my brand deals the past few months, all my affiliate marketing, what would a front desk job end up making me, all of those things, and figuring out that, and then rent and my expenses, and if it would make sense. So that's a whole nother situation, but I started figuring that out with budgeting for a few months, and I never financially felt 100% about it ever. It got to a point where I would sit down to do my to-do list in the morning and I would cry. And comment down below if you relate to this. It was like, I don't know why I was so overwhelmed and so upset that I was making this to-do list to spend another 9 hours on this when all I wanted to do was edit a video or something, and I would cry every day. And at that point, my boyfriend was like, so he didn't think ever, and I didn't think ever that this was a financially smart decision. But it got to a point where even he was like, well, I don't see, everyone I consulted with was like, you're crying every day. Like, I don't see what other choice you have. I have a whole podcast episode on human design, and I'm a manifesting generator. If you know human design, comment yours down below. I act on my gut. So it takes me a while to make a decision because it sits with me, and it sits with me for a while. And then once my gut says it's go time, I cannot wait another day. So, I did an emergency therapy session, figured out if I can get another job, and I was doing crazy shit in my budget. I was like, all right, this doesn't make sense. So what if I walk 5 dogs a week? That's an extra $50. Like, I literally was just plugging anything in I could because I was like, I would rather hustle and work hard and not take work home with me and not sit at my desk all day than feel what I'm feeling right now. And like I said, when my mom asked me a few years ago what would be my ideal situation, I said it would be to be running around doing a million different things, essentially. Fast forward to now. It's been about a month since I made this big decision, and I have felt the lightest and happiest I've ever felt ever since I made that decision. Although I'm not as financially well off, my quality of life is better. I feel so much happier that I don't mind, cooking a few more meals a week, picking up a few more shifts at Rumble. Like, I just don't mind because it's 4 o'clock on a Wednesday and I'm filming this video, and that makes me so fucking happy. It took me so long to realize we are conditioned in our society to feel like the only way, if you have a college degree, is to go corporate. And you have to work at your full-time job until you are mentally distraught and been editing until 4 a.m. for a year and feel absolutely sick on your deathbed and are making $1 million. And I'm sorry, I knew that wasn't gonna happen for me because I prioritized my mental health. And when my mental health was deteriorating, I said, I'm gonna make a change. I'm gonna look back on this in a million years from now and be like, thank God I did it then and didn't wait another 5 years to make the move. I have my resume, I have my degree, I have contacts. If this didn't work out in a few months, at least I took a mental health break, did things I love, made some cash at Rumble and whatever, which I'll talk about in a second, and then I can revisit corporate if need be. What am I doing now? I am still in my PR agency working part-time only on workout class clients. So I am now the health and wellness media specialist, and I couldn't be happier because now I get to work on the clients that I'm so passionate about, and I have so much insight from reviewing workout classes on here and just really understanding the industry. So I can bring so much value to those clients and so much passion and bring so many ideas and energy to those clients because I'm only working on a few, and they're the few that I'm so passionate about. So that makes me financially feel so much more secure because I'm able to still make an income without being full-time. So you never know if you don't ask. That's another lesson I learned. We think that these things aren't possible, but your companies value you more than you know, and it's possible. If you have a good relationship with your company, which is why you should, even if you're, not happy at your job, always leave off on a good note, always be respectful because you never know what can come of it. In addition to that is about 3 hours a day, 15 hours a week. And then in addition to that, I'm also part-time at Rumble. So I am a studio coordinator. Essentially, I check people in, I help out around the studio, and I'm doing this 4 times a week, mainly the night shift, which is 4 to 8:15 p.m. So all day, I can do things like this, I can do my PR, and then when I do take the morning shift once in a while, it's 6:30 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. And just to say, I'm so much happier now with this new lifestyle that I don't even get upset that I'm working that early a shift. I'm so happy and fine with it. Am I happy to wake up that early? No, but I have peace because I know it's gonna be over half day. I'm not sitting at my desk. I'm just so happy. This might seem like a step down for some people, right? So I had to get past this insecurity before I made a life change. I have a college degree. Why would I work at a front desk, right? Number one, the freedom and flexibility that this gives me makes me so much happier, and that is what matters. I don't have the anxiety of bringing work home with me, number one. I can be on my feet. I feel like I've been sitting at my desk for 1.5 years at home, not moving, in pain, crying, having my mental health just plummet. But now I get to be on my feet, gallivant around the city, go to work, come home. Like, I just feel like I have that life back, and I can go somewhere where I don't have to bring work home with me. I don't have to have all of my energy executed on it. And honestly, it's been great for me, because even on days where I've been like super depressed over like a circumstance in my family or something, I then go to Rumble and I'm almost like forced to snap out of it, because I'm busy doing things and I'm trying to help other people, and I'm like, it just gets me out of my head and I leave feeling so much more clear-minded and happier. So number 2, I love the workout class environment. I love that I'm working somewhere that's such, it's not like I'm working at a pharmacy desk or something. Like, the energy, the music, seeing people have that glow, like the energy they have when they're going in for their workout, how good they feel after. It's just like the trainers have so much energy. I love, love, love the environment. So where better to pass the time? Obviously, I get free workout classes, which is a perk, especially while I'm trying to save money right now. It's so great to have free classes. And all of the trainers and other people that work at the studio are also people like me. Same way I wanted to go back to acting class was because I wanted to be surrounded by people who also don't want to be in corporate America and who are following their passions and so happy and have such a zest for life and are doing all the different things and can just relate with me on the hustle. I just feel like I'm around my people. I love how I feel in a workout studio. I love the community there. I love the vibes that are cultivated, the atmosphere. It's the best place in the world. So number 3, one of my dreams has always been to open a workout studio. Who knows if I'll end up, actually wanting that. But I believe the best way to be an employer or an owner or a CEO is to have been an employee first. So I will be working, not only understanding the PR of workout studios, because I do PR for workout classes, but I also understand like studio management and being on the floor. And I just feel like I understand so many different sides of the business now, which is really gonna help me one day. And then lastly, of course, I'm doing my podcast, my YouTube channel, all of the socials. The amount of reels I've been able to make since leaving my 9-to-5 life or 8-to-8 life has been incredible. I've been making so many reels. I've been vlogging. I've been able to make these videos and podcast record during the week, which has been life-changing. And even still, I still don't feel like I have enough hours in the day, but I still love how every day is different. Every week is different. I can structure my days differently every day, and it just keeps me on my toes, keeps me excited, inspired. So much happier. This is not my main stream of income at all. I would love for it to be one day, but it's cool because I've set myself up to have other streams of income where I don't have to have this desperate energy on here or feel like the need to blow up my YouTube channel or my podcast, because my income is not needed to come from here. I didn't quit my job just to do YouTube. I set myself up so that I could have the lifestyle of different part jobs, not being straight in corporate America 9-to-5, but I can still throw so much more time and energy to you guys and building out this community and not feeling this rush, desperate energy. Like, I want to build this out slow and steady, intentionally, attract our type of people to this community, upload more videos, record a podcast during the week when I'm most energized. Like, I just love this, and I want to be able to grab coffee with other people in the industry. I wasn't able to do that. Like, I just have so much more time and energy to put into things that I actually love. So even my jobs that I have that aren't YouTube and podcasting are things that I love. And that's the update. That's the tea. Thank you for listening. Comment down below if you listened to this entire life update. And I just want to say, go with your gut. If this video resonated with you, DM me, Jen_Lauren with 2 N's. If you feel like, oh, I wish I could do that. I can't. Listen to Everything is Figureoutable by Marie Forleo. I'm listening to it on Audible right now, and she said something amazing, which was this idea of I can. There's nothing you can't do. Really, when you say I can't, you mean I won't. You mean I won't make the sacrifice. If you say I can't, I don't have time, you're just not willing to sacrifice something else to make the time. Definitely listen to that. So much more to come on this topic. So much more on the podcast, on here. I love these little candid chats. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe so we can keep hanging out and I can keep updating you along the way. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.